I'm sure we've all dealt with disrespect and insults for our lives. I know I have. And it takes the strongest person to forgive others for what they've done. And the reason why I'm saying this is because hatred is such a easy thing. Hatred, insults, you can put others down. It's such an easy thing to do, but it doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it'll make you morally better, spiritually better. Doesn't mean it'll make you healthy. All of this bad is easy because it tears you down. It is poisonous to you. And being a good person is not easy. Forgiving others is not easy. It takes strength. It takes practice. It takes practice after practice to forgive others. To really forgive others, not just saying it, but really accepting who they are. And, I've always had problems with being good. I know what manners are. I know, oh, I have to say good morning to this person. But being good, I struggled with it so much because all I've known was people were mean to me. People bullied me. Insult after insult. I was taught with disrespect. That was all I know. And it brought me so much stress into my own life. That stress breaks you down. That type of stress just kills you for the person you are, makes you worse. It doesn't make you good. Now, you may be asking, well, how do I forgive others? How do I learn how to forgive others? The only thing that you will have to realize is that every person is human. Every person has their own lives, has their own days, and you have your own day. You have your own life. You can't control people. You can't expect the highest of the high. And it's some of those things that people often forget, that we expect too much from others and that we can control their lives, but we can't. Accept for who they are. Accept who they are as people, as humans. You're human. People might be expecting too much from you. People might be expecting you to do something. You're human too. And don't forget that. I've struggled with being kind, being forgiving. And I know that my sort of beliefs really influence this, influence being a kinder person, influence being virtuous. And I stand with it because once you start forgiving others, accepting for who they are, what they do, because you can never control them, brings that relief so much. It brings that stress out of your life. And it is such an important thing to do, to be at peace, be at a state where you can say, okay, I forgive you, I accept who you are, and actually do those things. Now, for forgiveness, it doesn't have Okay, let me say this. When you forgive others, that doesn't mean that they can come back into your life. That's on you. That's if you want to do that, okay? To forgive others, it doesn't mean to take that same disrespect, to take that same action that they're doing. It is always important to know whether or not you want to forgive and forget. Forget that person. Stop putting attention to that person. Because you can forgive and forgive and forgive, but that doesn't mean that person will change. That doesn't mean that person will become better. That doesn't mean that person will become this new version of themselves. No, forgive for you. Forgiveness is all about for you. It's not about for others. You can forgive others and they're still gonna act that way. But once you forgive people, once you forgive those people for what they've done to you, you release that stress. You release that burden from your life. Remember, those kindness, that love and care, it is all for you spiritually, mentally, and physically. How you feel, how you think, and how you do, it will all be for you. It is always so important to do more good things, to do better things for you, to be kind, to be caring about others, to open the door for someone, to forgive someone. And I've hated a lot of people. I've hated so much people. And it brought nothing but mental despair onto my perspective on life. I thought of life as something to be dreaded about, something to be worried about constantly, something to be stressed about constantly. And it wrecked. It was a wreck. That's all I can say. But once I started to do more good things for myself, I started to see the better in life. I started to become good myself. It's all for you. I'm using this as an example to provide for you what you can do for you. And it is so important to be a forgiving person, but to never actually forget. You can forgive all of these things, but do not forget. Do not. And it is on you if you want those people back in your life. All I'm suggesting is, if I were you, I would ask myself, would they change? Would they change? And if the answer is no, then don't. Don't let them back in your life. And don't try to control your external surroundings, Don't try to control people. Don't try to control how they think, how they may forgive you in other ways. You're gonna bring more stress into your life. So it is so important to do these good things for you, for your own well-being, for your own spiritual being, your own mental clarity, your own physical self. And that is all I have to say about forgiveness. If you are watching this video, I want you to know that you have the power, you have the strength to forgive others for who they are, for the people they are. Because everybody is different, everybody has their own lives. And I just want you to know that it takes more strength to become a good person. So yeah, have a good day, and please remember to be yourself.